The last days have been really nice here in Vesterålen, Norway. We have had nice weather, warm temperatures, around 15 degrees. That's actually very high for being so far north as we are. And finally I can declare that the winter season is over and spring has started. But I have reached 500 hours on the tractor now, and I'd like to share with you how the tractor is doing so far. So let's check it out. But before I can do it, I have to hook off the blower and the chains. See you. Okay, so basically the tractor works absolutely fine after 500 hours. However, there are some things I'd like to show you that is not working properly. It's not big issues, but still, it is what it is. One of the things I don't like so much is that the paint is not the best. So you might find some rust after a short period of time. Now let me just explain. I haven't washed the tractor after the winter season, so it's a little bit dirty too. But you will see that some parts are started to rust. I have, by the way, treated them with some rust protection. I will show it to you in a video later on. A product I think is really great for preventing more rust to come. Yeah, the tires are great. These are from a brand called Lovol. I think it's a Scandinavian product. Yeah, you can see here also the paint has loosened here. And the steps to get into the cabin, they were rusty after the first winter, so I have painted them. They rusted really fast. I think the biggest problem is that the primer is not good enough. So if it has been a better priming, I think the paint would have lasted better too. The main lights in the front and in the rear, and also the working light and the beacon, they are working fine. But the washer to the windows, it was working at the first, I don't know, some months after I bought the tractor. But suddenly it didn't work, and I think it's just, you know, some type of electrical issue. I think it's just a electric wire that is not connected or has a bad connection. This one I have never tried it, to be honest, but I suppose it's working like it should. Yeah, these one are absolutely fine. I really like them too. Just open them, push it a little back, and you're ready to connect. And when you're not using it, these caps are protecting them. The PTO is great. The arms are working fine. Basically everything that's important for the use of the tractor is good. The loader is fine. Everything about the engine and the transmission and the hydraulic and the steering is good. Now, let's take a look inside the cabin. Here I have put on some leather to protect the original plastic from being scrapped up when you are entering and leaving the cabin, because your foot will hit this spot here. So this is something I have put on myself. And also I bought some rubber mats to protect the original carpet inside. This one can be a little it's working, but sometimes it can be scratching a little bit when you are operating the tractor. It's not a big deal, but can be a little frustrating sometimes. These ones are working fine. The buttons for the lights and such, they are good. But this one, during the winter season, loosened. It's only the screw that's loose. And I have used this one very much, because you use this handle a lot when you are working with your tractor. When you are lifting and lowering the snow blower, you use this one. So the screw got loose. It's an easy fix, but you know, just to show you guys. What else can I say? But hey, thank you for sticking around with me here in Lovol. And if you like this type of video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also share them with your friends. Thank you. The handle for the rear window, you see here, this one here was exactly like that one, and I broke it just a short time after I bought the tractor. And the reason was because by accident I forgot that the handle was in this position, and it was leaning towards the lock like this, and I was driving, and because of bumps in the road and movement in the tractor, it was pushed to this one here. And since it's just plastic, it broke. That was my own fault, but what I want to point out here is that if these ones had been of a more solid material, it would have been a great feature if you could lock the window like this, because then you could have some air coming into the cabin. So be aware of that. This one is not designed for that. The lever to let's see, to adjust the steering wheel, it works nice, but I had to tighten the screw because it was a little loose, so this one could go from locked to open position while I was driving. It's an easy fix. There's a screw underneath the plastic cover here. Another thing I discovered recently is that the lever to open the hood is gone. That one was a little disappointing. Here is supposed to be a lever you just pull out and then it pops the hood. Here is how the engine looks after close to 2 years of use. And by the way, the climate we have here on the islands of Lofoten and Vesterålen are among the toughest conditions you can ever find, because we are close to the sea, we have lots of wind, and that means we are very exposed for rust and corrosions and stuff like that. The engine looks good. And by the way, the battery is great too. It's a powerful battery. The attachments I have used on the tractor is the snowblower. I think this one is probably the attachment I have used the most. I think maybe 300 hours with this one. The weight of this snowblower is 500 kilos. It might be that I have maybe a little too small machine for operating this one, but it gets the job done. But sometimes I'm a little bothered with the snow clogs up here in the outputs of the blower. Except for the snowblower, I have also used this one. It looks like it's from outer space, or maybe from the Stone Age. But this will be the predecessor of the modern flail mower. I think it's from the 80s. So I use it to cut grass. It's old, but it's doing the job. I cut off the neck so it would be a little easier to use it. So I have spent some hours with this one hooked on. The last thing I have used the tractor for is driving with a small trailer. I have approx 3 tons of load when I'm driving with the trailer. So that's it for now, and in the next video I will show you around here on my own property to show you how we are living here in Lovol, Norway. And that's about it. I wish you all a nice day, and take care. Goodbye. It worked. Find a 6mm mechanical screw, and it should be a little longer, than this one, and then you can screw it into the lever on the inside of the hood. At least that would be a temporary fix, but I'm gonna buy a new one, and then you can pop it.